Hey there, Social Security warriors. Breaking news that's sending shockwaves through Washington. Bernie Sanders' groundbreaking Social Security proposal has just cleared a major hurdle, and it could mean thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. If you're someone who relies on SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, you won't want to miss a single detail of this game-changing development. Before we dive deep into this incredible news, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest Social Security updates and benefit increases that could affect your financial future. In a historic move that's been making headlines across the nation, Senator Bernie Sanders' comprehensive Social Security reform proposal has gained crucial support in Congress. This landmark legislation promises to deliver a one-time payment of $4,250 plus an increased monthly benefit of $1,800 for millions of Americans receiving SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits. But what does this mean for you, and how soon could you see these life-changing increases in your benefits? The heart of this proposal addresses one of the most pressing issues facing Social Security beneficiaries today: the growing gap between benefit payments and the actual cost of living. Have you noticed how your current benefits barely cover your basic needs? You're not alone. Millions of Americans have been struggling to make ends meet, especially with inflation driving up the prices of everything from groceries to healthcare. This is exactly why Bernie Sanders has been fighting tirelessly to push this reform through. Let's break down what this approval means for different benefit recipients. For SSI beneficiaries, who currently receive some of the lowest benefit amounts, this could mean nearly doubling their monthly payments. SSDI recipients, many of whom have been forced to live below the poverty line despite years of working and contributing to the system, would see similar increases. And our veterans, who've sacrificed so much for our country, would finally receive the financial support they deserve. But you might be wondering, how is this different from previous attempts at Social Security reform? The key difference lies in the comprehensive nature of this proposal. Unlike previous piecemeal attempts at reform, Sanders' plan addresses multiple aspects of the Social Security system simultaneously. The one-time payment of $4,250 is designed to provide immediate relief to beneficiaries who've been hit hard by recent economic challenges. Think about what you could do with an extra $4,250: catch up on bills, make necessary home repairs, or finally get that medical procedure you've been putting off. But perhaps even more significant is the monthly increase to $18. This isn't just a temporary fix, it's a long-term solution designed to ensure that beneficiaries can maintain a decent standard of living. Have you ever had to choose between buying groceries or filling a prescription? This increase aims to ensure that no one has to make such impossible choices again. One of the most frequently asked questions about this proposal is, how will it be funded? Sanders has outlined a detailed funding plan that includes lifting the cap on Social Security payroll taxes for high-income earners. Currently, earnings above $160,200 aren't subject to Social Security taxes. By removing this cap, the program would generate sufficient revenue to support these increased benefits without adding to the deficit. But what does this mean for the average taxpayer? The beauty of this funding mechanism is that it only affects those earning well above the current cap. For the vast majority of Americans, there would be no tax increase at all. This approach ensures that the wealthy pay their fair share while protecting middle and lower income workers. Isn't it about time that everyone contributed proportionally to this vital social safety net? Another crucial aspect of the proposal is its timing. With inflation continuing to impact the purchasing power of fixed-income recipients, these increases couldn't come at a more critical time. But when could beneficiaries expect to see these changes? The implementation timeline is still being finalized, but early indicators suggest that once fully approved, the one-time payment could be distributed within months, with the monthly increases following shortly after. The proposal has gained support from various advocacy groups and organizations representing seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans. These groups have long argued that current benefit levels are inadequate, especially given the rising costs of healthcare and housing. Have you noticed how your monthly benefits seem to stretch less and less each year? This reform aims to address that very issue. Critics of the plan have raised concerns about its cost and impact on the federal budget. However, supporters point out that the cost of not acting in terms of increased poverty among seniors and disabled Americans would be far greater. Besides, isn't ensuring a dignified life for our most vulnerable citizens worth the investment? The approval of this proposal represents a significant shift in how we approach Social Security reform. Rather than making minor adjustments or temporary fixes, it seeks to fundamentally address the inadequacies in the current system. But what does this mean for the future of Social Security as a whole? Looking ahead, this reform could set a new standard for how we support our elderly, disabled, and veteran populations. It acknowledges that the current benefit levels are insufficient and takes bold steps to correct this long-standing issue. Have you ever wondered why it took so long for such comprehensive reform to gain traction? For those currently receiving benefits, the next steps are crucial. While the proposal has cleared a major hurdle, it still needs to complete its journey through the legislative process. This is where public support becomes vital. Have you considered contacting your representatives to express your support for this proposal? The impact of these increases would extend far beyond individual beneficiaries. When seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans have more disposable income, local economies benefit. Small businesses see increased customer traffic, healthcare providers receive more timely payments, and communities as a whole become more economically stable. Isn't this the kind of positive ripple effect we want to see in our society? The proposal also includes provisions for annual cost of living adjustments, COLAs, that better reflect the actual expenses faced by beneficiaries. This means that future increases would be more closely tied to the real costs of goods and services that matter most to seniors and disabled individuals. Have you noticed how current COLAs often fall short of keeping pace with your actual expenses? For those wondering about eligibility, the proposal maintains existing qualification criteria while enhancing the benefit amounts. This means that if you currently receive SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, you would be eligible for both the one-time payment and the increased monthly benefits. But what about those who are just beginning the application process? The timing of this approval raises important questions about the application process. Should you wait to apply for benefits until these changes are implemented? The answer is a resounding no. The application process can take months, and it's important to get into the system as soon as possible. Besides, any increases would be applied to existing beneficiaries once the legislation is fully enacted. The proposal also addresses some long-standing issues with the current system, such as the marriage penalty for SSI recipients and the outdated asset limits that often trap people in poverty. These changes could provide greater flexibility and dignity for beneficiaries while removing unnecessary barriers to financial stability. Isn't it time we updated these outdated rules? As we monitor the progress of this historic proposal, it's important to stay informed about any developments that could affect your benefits. The implementation process will likely involve multiple phases, and understanding the timeline could help you better plan for your financial future. Have you thought about how you'll adjust your budget once these increases take effect? Remember, while this approval is a major step forward, the fight isn't over yet. Public support and awareness remain crucial to ensuring this proposal becomes law. Share this information with friends and family who might be affected, and stay engaged with the process. After all, isn't this exactly the kind of positive change we've been waiting for? In conclusion, Bernie Sanders' Social Security proposal represents a historic opportunity to improve the lives of millions of Americans who rely on SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits. The combination of a $4,250 one-time payment and increased monthly benefits of $1,800 could provide the financial security and dignity that so many have been denied for too long. Stay tuned to our channel for updates on this developing story and all the latest news affecting your benefits. Don't forget to like this video, share it with others who might benefit from this information, and subscribe to our channel for more updates on Social Security, disability benefits, and Veterans Affairs. Have you subscribed yet? Hit that button now and join our community of informed benefit recipients fighting for a better future.